Welcome back to Independent Conversations. My name is Todd. Thank you so much for watching. I do apologize if you hear a lot of background noise. I have a fan on top of an AC unit. The AC unit is obviously having to go through some high distress because of our summer heat in Arizona. So I do apologize for the background noise. I'll try my best to talk loudly. Now, I'm going to warn you, this is going to be an emotional video. So, I've been taking long breaks. I've had a tragedy to deal with, and a relationship that ended, and then my own health. So, it's the trifecta of bad luck, I should say. So it all started earlier this year. So my girlfriend and I thought it was the perfect textbook romance. I had gotten a second chance with the woman I considered to be the love of my life. And we had got some really unexpected news that she was pregnant. And I'm in my early 40s and I hadn't had children yet. She has had, this would have been her third, but she's had one that has had autism, or has autism, not had as in past tense. And then she had one that, she has one that's a daughter that's perfectly healthy. But her track record health-wise with miscarriages was about 4 against 2 healthy. I kind of considered it like a Catherine of Aragon situation with Henry VIII, if you ever followed that historical pregnancy storyline. But I was so happy. And her choice of men at the time left her with so much burden that I think the emotional strain that she was under, also she was pregnant and going through divorces, which is just terrible for anyone to go through. I wouldn't wish that on any woman, and I actually think her ex-husband is quite literally a bastard for leaving his wife in the middle of a miscarriage that actually happened. Anyways, I'm getting off track. So, I'm on top of the world. I've got my textbook fairy tale romance. I've got a child on the way. Oh, but Jackie was so nervous. She couldn't calm down because she was so traumatized about having a sick child. And I'm like, please, baby, don't worry. I've got great insurance. You can take time off. I'll take time off my job. Please don't overstress yourself. This is not good for the baby. Right from the time that we found out, she was so stressed out that the pregnancy was in trouble from the beginning. And I could feel it, but I didn't want to believe it. But also, immediately, she started talking about, we need to consider having an abortion. And I'm like, why? The baby doesn't have birth defects. We just can't abort a baby for just aborting. And also, I am pro-choice. But this time around, I was even discussing with her, is it a custody arrangement? Can we at least talk about having a situation where if you're too worried about the situation happening like what you went through, I'll be more than happy to step up and take permanent custody, and I would never deny it you visitation rights. I wouldn't do that to a woman. And she just kept going on and on about having a sick baby. Her oldest being autism. I didn't know this, but she was suffering from PTSD from this. And so, as the pregnancy went on, now, when I'm determined, I say I'm determined, and I mean really determined. I'm trying so hard to make this a healthy pregnancy, to try to ease her mind, to make her believe that we can get through this together. We can get through this apart. We pro'd and conned this. We went through backup plans after backup plans, income scenarios. We workshopped the crap out of this to make sure that this was the situation that we can both get through and survive and go through every backup plan possible. And then suddenly, during this process, I have to admit, I've been a proud liberal my whole life, but, during this process, I finally understood the Republicans' position on abortion for once. And I even got to the point where, now, I'm not a rich person. I wish I was, but I'm unfortunately not. But I've been blessed with people that I know in the medical field, and I also wanted to be a doctor, so I know a lot about medicine. And also, my girlfriend was a CT technician. She's the person that would help you with an MRI, CT, X-ray. She did all that. And so I'm on the phone arranging appointments with specialists in New York, California, any place that has the best prenatal, a NICU, they call it, NICU centers for just, the intensive care for babies. But she just wouldn't go. And so the baby's in trouble. So we make it, we get to the point where we're able to determine through one of the emergencies, I should say, that it's a baby girl. Sorry, I just need to get myself together. I'm trying not to have a panic attack. And so I was over the moon that we were having a baby girl. And so, long story short, we lose the baby. And she's heartbroken, and I'm devastated, but I'm trying to support her. And so what ends up happening is she breaks up with me because she knows me very well. I've known her for 25 years. And she feels... How did she put it? She breaks up with me because she knows she can't take looking at my face. She says it to me every time I look at you. I could tell that you're lying to me. That you think losing the baby was the wrong decision, and I think it's the right. And it breaks my heart looking at your face. Something of that effect. And my dumbass was so excited about our romance that I actually write into the Young Turks because I'm a member. And it's the day we broke up is the day it's actually published on the members only bonus section. So lost my daughter, lost my health, or excuse me, lost my daughter, lost my girlfriend, and then all of a sudden, my health started to give me some problems. So it has not been a great year. And also, as my health is giving me some problems, the effects of the one big beautiful bill are taking effects, and the rural hospitals in Tucson and Arizona are starting to close. And where's that funds that were in that reconciliation package? Oh, the fucking the OMB director is cutting grants for basically everything, even the good stuff that is still legally law or being challenged in court. So I just wanted to come on and say thank you for continuing to be a member of my channel. It really does help. And I'm going to get back into the groove of things shortly. And I thought I'd owed you an honest explanation about what's been going on in my life that caused such a significant shortage. I hope all is well in your family. And hopefully my heart, as well as the rest of my life, heals. And I hope you have a good weekend. Take care.